So I've worked for Treetop for 11 years now. So I got to see us transition a lot of different parts of our plant to utilizing the Ignition platform. What I really took away from it was, hey, here's what we want to be able to see and what we want to be able to do with this equipment. And almost every time our engineering team was able to come back and produce what we had envisioned.
Treetop is a farmer-owned co-op that provides consumer packaged fruit, goods, and ingredients all over the world.
My team is using the Ignition platform, controlling, recording, and interacting with our manufacturing equipment from various manufacturers, all back into a central location. We use their historian a lot, so we can go back and look at historical records, temperature, flow rates, times. The mass amount of data that Ignition is able to capture, organize, and present. And it's just astounding when you start digging.
We were looking for companies that were already in Ignition. So we used Kanoa's MES, which is based on Ignition, and we worked with CedarTech to customize that solution to deploy MES on our plant floors.
Our goal was to primarily have Ignition communicate with MES, and the reason for that is we could use Ignition to record input, output, waste count, and display that information in different ways to allow for analysis or real-time view for individuals who need to see how the plant's running at any given time.
Felt like, hey, there's a whole world of possibilities with this platform. I felt really confident that, hey, this should be successful in rolling out throughout the facility.
At CedarTech, we work closely with manufacturing customers to build SCADA and MES systems and to help turn operational data into actionable items.
The project with Treetop has been a project where I've kind of been able to see their digital transformation take place from start to finish. It's been a process where I've been able to see them go from, completely manual entry to a full-fledged MES system in a remarkably short amount of time. We're bringing the data off the plant floor with MQTT. We have Ignition deployed with Kanoa on top of it as well. That's Kanoa's platform, as well as that allows us to give us any of the custom functionality that we need. We're using Kanoa. Kanoa gives you their Ignition projects, but also the database schema, their own custom database that allows you to store all of your production data that's coming in through MQTT efficiently, right? And we also have, obviously, their ERP system. We're bringing down all their production orders from ERP.
With other MES systems that we've worked with in the past, we've had to directly modify SQL tables, and Kanoa makes it really easy to interact directly with the MES system.
I think it actually comes down to a lot of the out-of-the-box functionality. Like, it allows you to see day one value. We deploy Kanoa, and within a very, very short amount of time, they're already getting value. They're getting their OEE metrics coming through, right? We've got everything coming down through ERP. It gives you that out-of-the-box functionality, but it also allows you to describe your operations in the MES system exactly as they are. And it allows you to build your entire organizational structure one-to-one right in Kanoa. It's very flexible in that regard. It's a platform in of itself.
In comparison with other MES software, Kanoa is very customizable, which fits our needs very well because all of our plants are very unique depending on what kind of product they're running.
Kind of the best of both worlds because it's an out of the box, but I can also talk to them and say, well, this is good, but let's add a new feature. And because it's Ignition, they're always like, oh yeah, we can do that.
They're using Ignition for pretty much all of their MES operations. They have Kanoa deployed on top of Ignition, right? So they're doing that for all their OEE functionality and production metrics. On top of that, we also have a lot of custom reporting done for them as well.
The data coming out of the PLCs in particular, as well as the counts, allow us to calculate our inputs, outputs, wastes, be able to track downtime on our production lines, as well as calculate our OEE, which is the overall equipment efficiency score that we use to see how well a line is actually running in real time.
Part of the advantage of OEE is OEE breaks out the availability and the performance into separate metrics. So sometimes in the past, we would have a good availability number cover over a performance number.
We've unlocked the OEE information. Being able to capture that real time and analyze it real time has been just groundbreaking for us. In the past, we used to have to do like investigation teams and really dig into a problem and lots of eyes on the issue. Now it's like, oh, we can just see that, hey, our performance was down. What's driving that performance down? Now we know right away where to go look. We're just working in whole new avenues that we never could explore before. I think Plant at the Glance really came from trying to deal with the scope that Treetop has. We're running these massive facilities, hundreds of employees. It's very complex. we're not just running one big line, we're running 10 big lines at one time. And there's parts and pieces moving all over. I think what MES solves for that is being able to bring all that information together and to get a simplistic overview.
We wanted to be able to set up a system where we could display the data that's coming in from MES throughout the plant. We did install televisions throughout the plant that would display the information in real time of how well we're running, how much product have we run, is it up or is it down.
All of the data exists in the system. It's just a matter of displaying it at the appropriate time. So we've built TV displays, we've built dashboards to view real-time data, we've built reports for management to dig into that deep operational data that helps them make decisions and make sure that things are running efficiently.
It's also a system of widgets, so all of your data is only ever a couple clicks away. You can have your plan at a glance, but they're interactive dashboards. I want my OEE widget to, if I click on it, take me to maybe a specific asset, where I can actually look at where my downtime occurred or whatnot.
I think visibility is one of the first steps to fixing anything or improving production, because you have to be able to measure it and then have people who are actually doing the work have a target to try to hit. We've implemented shift comparisons, so they can look at, say, what the previous 2 shifts did and say, oh, their availability or their OEE was higher than mine. What can I do to change that? So just that visibility, I think, helps a lot.
Now, information is quick, it's easy to gather, we feel like it's very reliable, whereas before it used to take a lot of effort, a lot of manual input, a lot of time to get to the same result, where now it's just instantaneously available. It's done right away, and it's taken a lot of effort and time off of a lot of people's plate.
Kanoa MES also allows us to deep dive into the analytics, and so we can identify weak points in our production lines to allow for potential capital investment that's more targeted and provide us with data that allows us to look at the potential payback of those projects as well.
Now we can dive in and the information's there, and you can keep diving and diving down to the second on a specific downtime event. And I can't imagine as a leader not having this information anymore.
Now they can turn from reactive decision-making into proactive decision-making using the operational data that we were able to provide.
Moving away from emotional decisions, gut feelings, I think this is the right course of action based on what I've seen visually and like the little bit of data I have, to really saying, okay, hey, look, here's this hard data, this hard information, this is truth.
We put in a lot of work to get where we are now, but this is also a foundation for the future.
In food and beverage, with the pace of change, Ignition's licensing model is very helpful because we can add lines or add features and parts to our lines and upgrade those to Ignition and not have to add anything to the server.
We can easily kind of evolve the current system that we have to accommodate, because each plant has something a little bit different about them, right? We need to implement something a little bit custom for all of them. And we can do that without compromising on anything. Not just scalable to an identical facility over and over again. It's scalable to things that are even just a little bit different.
I think it's going to be really exciting as the other plants get on using their systems, because this is just what I've found and what I've figured out. I'm excited to see what did they figure out, methods and opportunities that we can kind of bring together and really be innovative with the system in ways that I can't even imagine right now.
And I truly believe that all of us get a lot of satisfaction from seeing the goals of this project succeed. Like whenever we would finish, the goals of one plant, we have so many people working at just one plant, and knowing that you finished that plant for them, we get a real sense of accomplishment out of it, and I think everybody kind of shares those goals.
Ignition's really the only platform that we sell, that we provide services for at this point, just because it's so extensible, so easy to use. It's a rapid application development tool. We're able to quickly create solutions for our customers. There's great scripting resources available to do anything that you would ever dream of doing.
I think that with Ignition, things go from the meeting to the plant floor like faster than you could probably have with any other platform.
Working with Treetop's my first experience with manufacturing, and I've been in it for now 11 years. So I hadn't been in other places where that information was available, and understanding how powerful that information is. I know that's what they were advertising, and they're like, oh, look at all the benefits of this. At first I was kind of like, I know what my uptime is in that time period, but having it so readily available, I couldn't see my performance information easily. I couldn't see my quality information easily. And for it to gather that information for me and to give me a number that we trust and we can work off of, I fully use it way more than I ever thought I would.